Hello everyone, hope you're having an excellent day today. I'm doing pretty good. We're here on a Friday evening. We've got our Ice Planet stuff all around me. We're back to our normal time from Saturday last week to Friday evening this week. So yeah, we're ready to do some mock building. Before we begin, feel free to like the video. It helps the algorithm a lot, helps send this video to more people. Would really appreciate it. And yeah, we have very simple goals as always. We want to get a little bit of mock progress done and have a nice chat with some of the people who are joining us in the live chat. Usually we can accomplish both these projects no problem. And normally we like to go for 2 hours. Today though, I am feeling a little tired because I've just had a really busy day, got a lot of stuff done, but I am a little tired. So I know I can promise at least an hour. We'll see about 2. Usually I'm able to get into the groove and we're able to accomplish that time goal, no problem, but we'll see. But yeah, moving right along, let's get over to our just building area as we look at our project for tonight. We're back on Ice Planet. After taking a little break on the Helldivers world of Crimsica, we're back on the frozen planet of Boreas. So we've got some icy terrain that we really just want to cover with tiles. You can see a bunch of tiles to my right. Got a bin on my left as well. And over to my side here, we have several big bins to go through as well. So we should have enough access to tiles. I think we should have enough tile pieces to accomplish most of the terrain that's already built. But there are a few things that I want to build in the future, such as some mountain ranges behind them. Still got to finish the Yeti Cave too. So I might have to place an order for some tiles or slopes eventually. But until then, we have plenty to work with. I want to use up what I have first. So we'll get some of that done tonight. But yeah, let's say hi to some of the people in the chat. That's our other main goal tonight, is to say hi to some of the folks that have decided to stop by. We got Roya, aka Will. Good to see you, Will. Oh yeah, it's Ice Planet time. It is. And I'm going to try not to say the word C-O-O-L, as always. I don't have my stud counter ready, though. Let me go grab that really quick. Hold on 1 second. There we go. We're good to go now. We got our orange studs. We've actually kind of run low. I've used some in some projects, but we'll keep those ominously right here in the corner so that they can be ready in case I say the word C-O-O. I literally almost walked into it. Okay. Grumpy J is here. Hot diggity dog. A live stream tonight. It is indeed a live stream tonight, Grumpy J. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. That Lego Kid is here. Good to see you, that Lego Kid. Ryan Eels is here. Good to see you, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Rob Claxton. Hope you're doing well, Rob. Good to see you. Charge is here. Chill time. I stuttered for a second because the second comment is the word we're trying not to say. The word that shall not be named. It's glinching time. It sure is. It sure is, Roya. Yeah, if you've seen the Nick Bluetooth emoji, Will, because I think you'll be one of the few people who actively uses it. If you're a member, you've got the little brick next to your name, so consider using one of the most obscure emojis in my collection. I think it's still here. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna drop it in the chat just because. And I'm way behind on the chat, so we'll try and move forward on that. So let's see. We got Ryan, another Ryan here. Good to see you, Ryan. James McGee is here. Good to see you, James. And Teaver. Thanks for stopping by, Teaver. Rob Claxton dropping all the emojis. Malachi is here. Good to see you, Malachi. Dave the Fish Dude is here. Love that name. Great job. Good to see you, Dave. Kevlar Vest is here. Loved Ice Planet. Had most of these sets. The base alone was great. Yeah, Ice Planet was a fantastic theme. Not enough sets produced, honestly. So, all right. Rob Claxton says, Grumpy, hope you're having a grumptastic day. Yes, everyone wish Grumpy a grumptastic day. Lego Fan B is here. Good to see you, Lego Fan B. Thanks for stopping by. The Night Guy. Good to see you, The Night Guy. Hope you're doing well. Fun fact, Jaws turns 50 today. Wow. That's a long time for that movie to be around. That's a significant milestone. Thanks for the fun fact, The Night Guy. Moving on, Mighty Mocking Power Rangers. That should be a thing. That's terrific. Although the words Power and Rangers together would probably get somebody sued. Let's see. C-O-O-L Trans Neon Orange. Exactly, Rob. We're not saying the C-O-O-L word. Andrew is here. Good to see you, Andrew. Hello, everyone. Looking forward to some Ice Planet. Mad hot in the UK today. Still over 20 degrees Celsius. And it's past midnight. Probably not hot for the USA folk, but I'm used to it cold and wet. Yeah, that's... I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's probably pretty hot nonetheless. So it is also hot here in Georgia. Although not as hot as Sometimes there's just a nice breeze, a little more mild today, not too bad. But yeah, weather, it's summer in the northern hemisphere, so we got to deal with it. Almost said the word of the day while explaining the word of the day. Somebody is tired. I'm a little tired. I'm just warming up. You know, I gotta get my mental barriers and guards up before we get too much further. Okai is here. Good to see you, Okai. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, there's me dropping the glinching emoji, the Nick Bluetooth emoji. It's a terrific show if you've ever seen it. All 10 hours of it. It's pretty substantial. So, all right. That Lego kid says hello. We're back. Rob Clarkson. There's a COOL emoji. That's insane. Yeah, I'll show it here. I don't know why it wasn't. Yeah, there we go. That one was hidden for spam reasons. I don't know. I don't have a spam filter up for that. Aqua Sharks build quick. I don't think I can build Aqua Sharks in what I have in front of me here, but we're gonna work on some very basic Ice Planet tiles in just a minute. So. Let's see. Mr. Just Break It says, good evening, all. Absolutely, Mr. Just Break It. Thanks for stopping by. Wait, Georgia, are you living in, Mark? It's a scorcher. Oh, yeah, it's hot out, but I took a walk at, I think it was around 3:30 today, and it wasn't as bad as it has been. It was like probably 5 to 10 degrees cooler than usual. We're just going to set that right there. But yeah, I felt it wasn't bad today, but that was just me. So. Yeah, this is gonna be bad, y'all. I'm gonna be dropping the COO award. Yeah, got him. Yeah, exactly. I got myself. There wasn't even a comment. It was just, well, on this terrible start, we're gonna get going. But before we do, fun story about the build here, this structure. This is the Ice Planet Lab, and it's part of the HQ. There may eventually be one more building, but I don't have a ton of blue pieces left over after all the terrain and buildings. So this is the second one, probably the last one for now. You got this radar dish array up on the top, which you can see. But that's a better angle for it right there. I'm probably going to eventually move this off of this building to make it its own tower for signal, radar, whatever. And I want to make it much bigger. So kind of like if you're in the United States and probably most of the other places of the world, they have these big cell service towers. Wireless phone towers, and I want to make one that scale in blue. And I knew that I had more of these blue support structures in my collection somewhere, but I wasn't finding them in the blue pieces where they should be. I used 4 of them. It was 2 or 4. 4 of them on the big spaceship back here, but I knew we should have like a dozen or more, right? There should be plenty of them. And then I realized that Steven, my brother, had been using them on his big Sentai City MOC, which is in storage up there. The last time he put it on display in Alabama, where we were hanging out with Teever, he had I think it was 10 of them in his MOC. And I'm like, Steven, I need all those supports. I'm trying to do more Ice Planet stuff. And so he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mark. I need them for my build. I'm like, what if I replace them with a different color? So I still need to bricklink, I think a dozen or so of these pieces in any color, really. He doesn't really care what color it is, as long as it's an interesting color. Maybe not gray or black, but they come in lime green, they come in yellow, they come in other really wild-looking colors now, so I think I just need to buy some of those so I can get more of them. Final note on this assembly before we move it to build some tiles is I do want to redo this roofing section. I don't mind the X-Pod lids, but I think it needs more blue tiles to kind of break up all that black surface. A little too much black tiles going on. This isn't Tron. It's gotten really bright all of a sudden. Relax. The exposure is too high. If it doesn't calm down soon, we'll have to... there you go. Yeah, the black tiles are too much, so eventually want to fill it out a little bit like the other buildings are. But the nice thing is, I do like the interior of this creation. Still talking about it. We're just stalling before we put the tiles in. But yeah, you got the laboratory going on in there. They're researching the Fleebnorks, so they can figure out if this new species of life can be of any benefit to minifig kind. So yeah, that's pretty fun interior. I think I need to tile off the floors, but other than that, should be good. But yeah, so we need to, our goal tonight, I would like to get this done. If it doesn't get done, it's okay. But I think we can get most of it done, is to tile off all these surfaces. It doesn't have to be too complicated. It could just pretty much be white tiles. But I think it can spruce it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. snow drifts, that sort of thing. And then we also want an attachment point for probably this crystal chunk to go right here, so it can be modularly snapped down if we feel like it. It is a little close to the base, but there's nothing there besides a pretty blank wall, so I think it'll work good there. But yeah, that should do the trick. So that's our goal for today, and we can start working on that now. Let's. I think I'm going to move this for now. I think I'm going to separate this for now, so I don't accidentally overlap that. And we'll start working on this corner, perhaps, here. Can you guys see if I'm building there? Kind of. We'll just maybe move this. It's 4 out, right? Let's do that. I'll do this. I'll place exactly where this needs to be first. Then we can move forward. And that goes back to there. Set that right there. Good. And it goes out how many bricks? 2, 4. Okay. Now I know where not to put tiles, so we're good to go. Oh my goodness, so many comments. Let me see here. Anna's World of Bricks is here. Good to see you, Anna. Thanks for stopping by. Kevlar Vest is here. I'm in Georgia. It's been some wild storms lately. Yes, every day has had rain or a lot of wind or like just big gray and black clouds, really giving us some a little bit of making us nervous with all the big pine trees we have nearby. Andrew says, I assume Mark lives in a Lego bunker. Yeah, I did go outside today. I did touch grass, but not for very long, so maybe that's what it is. Petition to motorize the radar. Great suggestion, Henry. I do have some motorized pieces. I have some old 9-volt stuff I could use. That would be fun. It would make sense for it to be kind of spinning around, sending signals out to all the vehicles. That'd be pretty good. Legit use of COL, 20 Celsius is equals 68 Fahrenheit. 68 is nice to me. That's pretty mild weather. That's like what I keep my AC at. So yeah. If 68 is hot, that's yeah, it doesn't sound too bad to me. That Lego kid says I hit 500 subs the other day. Congratulations, that Lego kid. 500 is a big milestone. That's awesome. Lucas is here. Hey guys, what's up? Not too much. We have barely begun working on our ice planet scene here. We have a number of things we want to accomplish. We'll see if we get to them though. I could start. Let's put that there. That's something. There we go. First brick down. Let me put another smaller slope there. But Bobo Bricks, good to see you, Bobo Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Hello there. It's like 1 a.m. here, so I won't be here for long. No worries, Bobo Bricks. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Charge says, will there be an agricultural COOL cultivation chamber for trying to grow food? Ice Planet doesn't grow food. If they have any food, it's going to be just like very processed, stored. They might have a freezer, but not no attempt at agriculture, horticulture, or anything like that. They would probably have that shipped in. But it's an interesting concept, though. It's worth considering. But yeah, I think Classic Space would be a better fit for like a big greenhouse. So let's see. Okai says you should use some white on the roof so it looks snow covered. Possibly, Okai. I'm making it in my story that the Ice Planet crew is pretty diligent about using their ray guns to melt the snow on top of the base and around the base so that it doesn't get too buried with snow. But yeah, it might be. I've done a few little bits of snow on some of the buildings. A little more patches, little snow drifts on top of this roof would make sense. So yeah, I could definitely mix some of that in there. Perhaps add the crystal off grid. Ooh, like on a. It's totally possible because it will just be kind of sit on a tiled surface. So that would be an easy way to make it look more interesting right off the bat. It is almost. It's like right at the max size, though. I could get a smaller crystal here. Hold on. Let's see. This one's a little thinner. So here's a different crystal that's a little smaller, and we could definitely put that on an off-kilter angle, which would look good because then it wouldn't be at a right angle with the building, which would be like, why would it do that? It wouldn't naturally do that. So yeah, I like that suggestion a lot. We're gonna go with that. Hey man, any Duplo for bulking? I'm not for what we're doing now. We got most of our bulk areas done with our unlimited supply of 2x4s and 2x6 bricks. But yeah, eventually I will be making some mountain ranges, and I could use a bunch of Duplo that I have over there. I have several large bins of Duplo that are for filler brick. So eventually, you shoot your eye out, just blame an icicle. Exactly, yeah. Icicles are a constant threat if you're not melting them or clearing them or watching where you're going. So, Okai says, there's only frozen food on Ice Planet. Yeah, exactly. They have a lot of frozen food on Ice Planet. That is a common food type. The only thing you can really order at the barracks, unfortunately. So, all right, we're gonna just start wrapping around this building here. Make sure we're following the. Yep, there we go. We could probably put some slopes here, though. Let's do that. Boost it up just a hair. I like that. And we can have it so that as we're building, leaving just a few studs exposed so that there's like, suggests that there's a few footprints and we can attach minifigures to it later. So, trying to leave just a little bit of room for customization down the road if we feel like it. I feel like this is going to be a pretty simple exterior though. I need a slope, and there could be one over here. I need a 1x3 slope would be great. There's one. Will that work? That would work. Is there a curved one instead? There's a curved one. That has a print on it though. Yeah, we might end up using that one. Because it looks like the most simple of them. So there you go. And a 1x1 tile right there. And a few more tiles here. We're just kind of keeping it really simple with this stuff here, because it would be easy to overthink this, and I don't think we need to. There you go. Let's keep going. This. And how far back does this building go? So we are just about there now. Let's do that. Yeah, looks good on that side. A little bit of snow drift. Just something, so it looks like there's a little snow around it. And let's do, we can do a pretty big snow drift here on the back, as long as we don't interrupt our crystal there. If our crystal is blocked, then it won't work. Let's consider that. And so that can go there and that can go there. It could even come out a little bit and then go back down. Let's see here. So what I'm doing right now is arranging these larger slopes to see if they'll cooperate with us for a little snow drift here. It looks a little too regular. Looks a little too planned. Let's see. Nah, I'm not feeling that big slope here. I think it's too abrupt. Well, let's find a way to attach this on the corner, and then we can work from it from there. This might be a better solution, actually. Because that can go right there, and then this can go right here. And then, do we have a different angle here? These are all left side. Do we have a right side? Yes, there's a right side. So that can go down here. This can go. Let's do that. And yeah. Yeah, I like that better than the previous orientation. Oh, you guys can barely see. It's blinding light. There you go. Kind of liking that. A little bit of a corner right there. Leaving enough room for our arranged tile off-kilter crystal piece. I think that's actually the back of the crystal. There we go. It's a little bit more appealing. So right in there. Kind of like that. Let's try that. Can maybe even bring that in one more. Yeah. Well, let's start with this piece here. Let me get a either 1 by plate or thereabouts. Yeah. One more plate. Yeah, there we go. No. There we go. A couple of 2 by 3 plates for the bottom there. And that'll fit nicely right there. Well, let's see what the comments are happening here. Quite a few comments. Good to see everybody. Feel free to drop a like if you have just arrived. Morgan is here. Good to see you, Morgan. Lego Fan B says, same here in Minnesota. It's going to be a hot weekend. Yeah, it's just, it's summer, guys. It's a hot summer. So that's why we're trying to COOL off with some Ice Planet. It's very suitable. So it's 68 in the middle of the night. Oh, 85, 90 degrees Fahrenheit all day. And Northerner, my Viking blood can take. Yeah, 85 and 90 is very hot, Andrew. No, that makes total sense. Yeah, 68 at night is a nice, cooly. I did it. We're talking about weather. Of course I did it. Where's that there? Dadgummit. Nice COOL evening for you. Oh my goodness. Andrew got me. Exactly. People of the north, I'd rather have minus 25. Yeah. Nice chilly weather is good. Have to be careful with that word with all this discussion of warm and cold temperatures. Laura Ipsum says, more plates. Currently doing some landscape as well. Yep, landscaping needs the plates for sure. Tifa says, I'm actually building tonight as well. Shocking, I know. I never build. Hey, that's awesome, Tifa. I'm excited that you're working on some MOCs. Is it landscaping by chance, or are you actually working on something fun like a spaceship? Malachi says, Mark, do you how do you sort your Lego besides color, obviously? Pretty much by color, but I also have a couple bins with, like, there's a bin with all the white bricks that are really large. And that way they're kind of separated. If I need a bigger, like a panel or things like that, they're going to be over in there. The smaller pieces tend to gravitate in their own bins. So it's kind of by color and then by general size. So, but I also sort out things like Technic, bricks with studs on the sides, pieces like that. So, and when I'm working a project, I'll sort out stuff that I intend to use. Like we got a lot of tiles and slopes in this one. So I can kind of pull from here to help speed up the search process a little bit. Especially for stuff like a live stream where you need to be not sticking your head in a bin digging for pieces the entire time. So, Grumpy, I didn't know humidity could go that high. Yes, it can. Yeah, where's the, yeah, we're talking about humidity. Yeah, Florida is probably slightly worse than Georgia when it comes to humidity. It is very humid here. I have my dehumidifier here in the studio to keep it at 40. It's more like 80 and plus outside, so we're trying to keep it down so it doesn't get too humid and moist in the in the Lego studio, trying to keep it room temperature. Hot summer, need to stay inside and build Lego. Exactly. Enjoy that AC. Aha, we know how to trick him now. Talk about weather. Yeah, I'm gonna stop reading the comments about the weather to avoid saying the word COOL anymore. Lucas says, I'm building too. I got a new shipment of parts from MOC. That's awesome, Lucas. I'm pretty sure I saw a nice castle MOC from Lucas in my email to talk about soon, so keep an eye out for that one. We've gotten a lot of builds in my email to talk about. I think we probably have enough MOCs to schedule for the next 3 episodes, so if you send it in an email, please do, but it might be a few weeks before you see it turn up on a video, just because I'm trying to do them weekly. I could almost do them bi-weekly at this point, so. This MOC is looking COOL so far. Yeah, nice tri-cross, I see that. Good job. I'm working on a castle MOC. I'm glad you're working on a castle MOC, Lucas. Those are the best kind. All right. Comments caught up-ish. We'll move on. That's funny. We actually have humidifiers at home. Oh, yeah. So out west, I'm sure it's pretty dry sometimes. You actually want it to be a little bit less hard on the breathing. I remember going to Utah, which is not too far. Well, it's in the same... Is it the same? No, it's in a different. It's west, but it's not near California, so it's different. But Utah is also pretty dry, and yeah, I was chugging water because I wasn't used to it being that not humid during the summer. So, I actually liked it though. Eventually, once I had enough Gatorade, it was fine. But yeah, it was something very novel for sure. Storms every evening last week. That's where all the humidity came from. North Carolina. Yeah. North Carolina is relatively close to Georgia as well. It's just a couple hour drive away. So yeah, you'll have a similar weather pattern. Yeah. Those mocks were great, and it's a brilliant idea to feature them. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Yes, and kudos to all the mock builders who sent in all the pictures. It's been a very fun series so far. I especially like it because, I see a lot of mock review videos over the years, and they're great because you can actually, quickly see a bunch of really nice Lego art. But I think this one is special because the people are sending it in versus you're just going out and picking all your favorite cool... I said it. I tried to stop myself, but I said it. All your favorite great mocks out on the internet, and yeah, so I think it's more fun because it's very community focused. So you see a lot wider variety of creations, in my opinion. So. Different builders, different themes. Yep, Ryan, laugh it up, Ryan. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that one was, I think, yeah, pretty much every time I've said the word COL, it's been me. It's not really the chat bamboozling me, which has happened before. It's mostly me just trying to describe something that's interesting. Yeah, that's all self-inflicted. I can't really say too much about that. That's a piece that might be useful. Is that piece too dirty for us to use? Can you guys see that? There's a little bit of like dirt texture. I could clean it perhaps. I have to scrub it. That's an older slope, you can tell, because it's just a little more aged. We'll see. We'll think about that one. There are a couple plates. Nothing too crazy. Got a 1x2 and a 1x3 right here. That'll work. Do you want to... You can do that. So, just working our way around there. It's nice to use that rounded slope here. Be a good spot for it. Let's get a, we would either need a jumper or a 2x2 tile modified with a 1 piece. Teaver, your comment was held for review. Dirty part, just lick it. The automatic censorship on YouTube was like, hey, this comment seems sus. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should just be slurping away on a live stream. That'll do it. Got some basic bricks. That would almost work if there were any pin connections on the bottom. Yeah, it's just smooth plate, so we can't use that unless we were to really thicken up this pad, which I don't want to do. So, let me look for a jumper. Well, no matter what we do, whether it's a modified tile or if it's a turntable, they'll both be a 2x2 size. So I think I can get away with just having a 2x2 space in the middle here and then just kind of tile around it. So we're going to do that. Save myself just a little bit of time. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to slurp on a slope really quick. Fair enough. There were just enough words to really to catch the AI or whatever it is that's watching the comments for us. So. SFAM Studios is here. Hey Mark, good to see you, SFAM Studios. You got the very cold looking emojis happening. Cross says, the reason I am late was because I went to see the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie in theaters. That sounds like a great time, Cross. That sounds awesome. Yeah, no worries, Cross. We have not been streaming for that long. It's been maybe 30 minutes, so you're good. And I don't really get on people for being late. Whenever you show up is a great time. It's awesome. I think the only time is when it's not good to show up is at around 9:15 when I'm wrapping it up. Because then you're just going to pop in and then it's over. That's the one bad time. I think one of our Ryans who was here earlier showed a last minute one time, and Morgan had that happen to him a while ago too. And even then, it's okay. You can still say hi, but it's just not ideal. That happens. The stream's got to end eventually, though. That's what happens. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's do one of these. Yeah, actually, we don't, because this is a pretty large surface area for the base of this crystal. I might even zoom this screen in so you guys can see. I have it selected. I do. Hold on one second. Let's do that. You can get a little better view of the bricks that way. There you go. All right. Yeah, because the base of this crystal is pretty large, we don't have to tile off the entire surface, just pretty much the perimeter. And then we can add a few tiles to the studded area around the crystal itself, so it kind of blends in a little bit better, and we should be good to go. A little less spaces between the tiles on this side, because if there's a big crystal here, maybe the Ice Planet explorers aren't walking this way. They didn't clear it out. I see crystals almost as like a tree or foliage for this planet, because there's not a lot of grass and trees and stuff. It's all snow. So that's what is happening over in that corner. Let's get a few more tiles here. Oh, so this is, I just found this in the bin. This could potentially work to attach this whole assembly to. Yep, that does it. It's enough to work for a convention. Just want to make sure we're not exposing any tiled areas. Yeah, that's good. Fantastic. Awesome. Get a few more tiles to put down there. I didn't even know I had 2x3 white tiles. Those are nice. That's an interesting size. I remember way back when the cheese slope, the 1x1 slope, was brand new. When did that come out? That was like late 2000s. And that was mind-blowing when that came out. It felt like I was playing with Mega Blocks. And now we have all these crazy little slopes and tiles and pieces, so things have changed for the better. So, Tadlong is here. Absolutely love Ice Planet. Your MOC is coming along wonderfully. Not my mom. Good to see you at it again. Yes, we are working on it, Tadlong, for sure. Yikes, this new phone sure lives to embarrass me. No worries. I found it amusing. It's all good. A wizard is never late. Exactly. So. Are there any monsters on your Ice Planet? Yes, there are, T-Valkyrie. There are some Yetis. There are some Fleabnorks, which you can see one inside here. They're small creatures. You got those trans neon green scorpion piece, which makes a nice little alien. And then there are giant Fleabnorks, which are the bionicle brain alien pieces. And they're like this big spiky alien creature with a big tail. They're pretty sweet. So I have one of those to throw in as well. Might try to buy another one if they're not terribly expensive on Bricklink. So a number of creatures. Probably want to expand upon it a little bit more at some point. Just because I want some just little aliens here and there. So we'll see. The dwarves have lost a warrior. He's hanging in a cage in an orc cave. Oh no, Grumpy J. That's just breakfast for them. That's terrible. The dwarves will never stand for this. They're gonna march into the orcs' lands and save that dwarf. They're gonna be grudging all the evil orcs. So, love the way it's all breaking the grid and pushing angles. Well, yeah, that was who was that? That was Okai or Bobo Bricks. Somebody mentioned that putting that at an angle, and I'm like, well, duh. It's a great idea. So yeah, that'll look much nicer, much more elegant. You can move this for a second, I think. Yeah, and honestly, I think let's do that. Boom. So let's get some like 1x2 tiles, if we have any. Yeah, we got a couple. And try to cover some of these studs, because snow doesn't have a studded texture. That's more like gravel or ground. Icy snow is more of a smooth, soft texture. Let's get this. using up all of my 1x1 quarter round pieces. Let's see if I have 2 more in here. Here's one. That'll do it. There we go. Anytime. There you go. Put this right there. And that would work right there. Or 1x1 would honestly be fine too. There you go. Let's put a quarter tile. 1x2 maybe? Is there 1x2? This would actually work too. There you go. So just kind of, it doesn't look that much smoother. We might have to play around with the bases of these crystals a little bit. It's a little better. A little less studs so far. Let's do that. That's something. Alright. Where was I? One more tile in this back corner. And a 1x6 for good measure on the back. Because somebody will see that crack if we don't cover it. There we go. Awesome. Looking good. Very smooth and very modularly movable. Because this whole thing is going to get pretty flat for stacking in a bin for a convention. And I like my creations to sit up within a reasonable amount of time. Don't want to be there forever. So it's got to be pretty modular. That's the one issue I had with Tron in the end, was that it was just too what's the word? Too much work to set up. That's long story short. It was just too time consuming. If I'm sitting there for an hour plus trying to get this MOC to go together, then it's a little too much time. Although I know some people will spend like a day or more setting up really big creations, so I guess it's depends on what you're wanting to do. Let's get a 2x4 tile right there. Oh, no, now it's not working. Let's bring this back one plate then. Any day now. Sometimes the clutch in a piece is like, okay, it's fine. You don't have to work that hard. You can separate anytime you want. There you go. That'll do it. That'll do it. I think we could probably stand to have a 1x1 tile plate under there at some point, but we'll worry about that later. All right, so we started here. We wrapped around here. Oh, I'm off one. There you go. No. Now we got to make sure it's just right so we don't uncover any spaces here. There we go. Oh my goodness, and the exposure, there we go. Blinding people temporarily. I like my webcams. I think they work pretty good most of the time, but then sometimes they're a little too bright, so apologies. Let's see what we can do over here. If we had one more of these, I'd be over the moon. There we go. Now we can start easing back down again. And this one also needs a 1x6 plate or something like that underneath it. That'll work. Do we have a 1x2 plate anywhere? No, we do not. Let me grab a 1x2 plate after I check the comments here. Minifig Nick, good to see you, Minifig Nick. Hope you're doing well. All the way from the UK. Past your bedtime. Oh my goodness. Thank you for those watching out of when it's a bad time. It's evening. Thank you for stopping by anyway. Appreciate it. So, speaking of live actions, we saw the Snow White remake. Have you seen it? I haven't seen that one, SFAM Studios, but I think it's on Disney Plus now, so I could watch it there. I do need to catch up with that. So, let's see. Teaver says, cheese slopes are still new to me. Also, 3 stud length plates tiles. Yeah, that they had plates back in the day. Three long plates were pretty normal, but tiles, that was a pretty new thing. That was about the same time as cheese slopes, if I remember correctly. Frosty the Snowman should be the enemy of Ice Planet. Evil snow creatures. Well, you know, ice golems are a thing, right? That's even sci-fi coded, right? So, yeah, we could do that. We'll have to see. I do want to add more, like a really interesting, what's the term? Ecosystem for Ice Planet. Not just ice. It needs to be something more for them to visit. So, Cheese Slopes debuted in 2004, over 2 decades ago. Brick Sculpture did a whole video on it. Oh, nice. So I need to watch that video because it would bring me back. Centru says, hey folks, turning in a bit late. I'm busy working on photos for a MOC. Stoked to see Ice Planet is back. Great seeing to round out my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Centru. That's awesome. And glad you got a MOC done and keep working on those photos. Important to document your creations. But yeah, glad you could stop by. Appreciate you. Cheese Slopes, AFWL, and other acronyms are still new. Back then, everything was just called a build. Exactly. MOC is like, I mean, it's definitely early on when they started calling them MOCs and AFOLs and stuff like that. But yeah, if you aren't like plugged into that community, they might all be new to you. I know a lot of people who are brand new to LEGO don't know what the word MOC means. So I try to explain it when I do use it heavily in a video. So. Century, you're old now. You're one to talk, Grumpy J. Look at you. Look at your old grumpy profile picture there. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with Grumpy J. T Valkyrie says, smash the like button, people. Yes, T Valkyrie, thank you. Please like the video. Okay says, it's funny how we've been calling it the cheese slope since the Green Grocer, but didn't get the cheese holes at print until the Speedy Gonzales. Yeah, it's been cheese slope for forever, even though it really, other than the color yellow or orange, it didn't have anything to do with cheese. So, interesting. Have you considered multi-streaming on both YouTube and Twitch? It's not as easy as you'd think, Henry. I use OBS, which is a pretty kind of basic free streaming service, and you can't stream to both. They don't let you do that. You have to pay more for a higher-end automatic streaming service in order to do that. Even things like StreamYard don't let you stream to Twitch at the same time. I could do YouTube and Facebook if I paid $50 a month. So yeah, there's OBS works good for just YouTube, and YouTube is the one that actually pays you to do videos. So I would like to be on Twitch one day, but we'll see if technology is able to reach that point that it's easy for me to do that. So. Malachi says, SVM Studios, I am surprised you didn't react to my comment on the casting of Lord Farquaad as Snow White. Brilliant casting. I know some people don't like the Snow White movie, so we won't dwell on that too much. But, ooh, the Ice Planet guys have radar. Nice. I felt my eyes melt for a moment, but it was a good call. Yeah, the overexposure, guys, I apologize. It's best when it's left on automatic, unless it decides to go bing and flashbang you guys, so apologies. Great D&D video, guys. Yes, Alistair is our GM of our D&D video. We just had episode 5, technically part 6 of the series so far. That is dropped for members today. It should be available for all the public tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. So, uh-oh, here go the blue coat, red coat battle. Mr. Just Break It knows what's coming. Shields up, Alistair, Grumpy battle commencing. Are they? Let's see. Well, there goes the chat. Malister is here. Yep. Well, let's see. Grumpy was complimenting Malister. He's trying to be nice. Unless it's already devolved into chaos and I just haven't read it yet. We'll see. Teaver says, oh, right. I mean 5L plates. Yeah, 5L plates are still new to me, Teaver. That I agree. Morgan says, 2 p.m. here in Honolulu. That sounds nice, Morgan. Yeah, that's significantly earlier in the day than we are here. We're at almost 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, but yeah. Meltzer says, no battle today. Been working 18-hour days and I'm a bit tired, my friend. World going to crap and need some escapism. Yes, Malster needs a break. He doesn't need any more battles to fight right now. So, yeah, that's basically what this is. If you're exhausted from the hot weather, if you're tired from work, stop by for a little bit. We'll chat about Lego and be able to gripe about the good old days. It's a good time. Lorem Ipsum says, what is the angle of the cheese slope anyway? Oh, it's not 45. It's something else, because 45 is the regular Lego slope, but I used to know it. It's kind of its own slope angle, which is weird. So it works for some things, for sure. Tim is here. Good to see you, Tim. My computer just whirred at me, made a little voo. So hopefully the stream is still working for you guys. Yeah, but good to see you, Tim. Thanks for stopping by, Tim. Appreciate you. Let's see. Canceling red alert. Shields down. Yeah, no battle today. We're good. We're good. No battle is good for the stream too. If you're both watching, that's a big win. It's a big victory. I'm just glad my Lego YouTube friends are here, stopping by for a little bit. So let's get some more tiles put down. Start working around this corner here. I think I can find a few more, right? Yeah. Let's do that. One by one should do the trick on that corner too. Trying to keep it relatively flat because there's going to be some merging areas that will definitely want to be flat and flat. But yeah, we'll keep messing around with it just in case. That needs at least a 1 by 1, maybe a 1 by 2 will be better. And we definitely don't want to lose that one slope I was just, here we go. There's the last one of the left side that I have in there. Oh, no, there's another one. We got another one. We're good. Oh, no. Flashbang. I might have to turn off the auto exposure. We'll see. All right. A 1 by 1 tile would be great here because we don't want two footprints next to each other. That's a little too close. Too much studs. A 1 by 1 tile would be sweet. Maybe I'll get lucky. Yes, I got very lucky. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's get a few more filler bricks. And I think we can get away with being a brick high up under the glass right here. And it should be fine. We'll just add a little snowdrift there. Do we have any more white bricks we can use? Yep, there we go. And since it's going to be covered with studs, we can use that Technic one without too much worry. Now, 1 by 1 would be great. I don't know if I want to fully use a yellow baked brick. I don't know if you guys can see that. That brick is pretty yellowed. That looks a little better. That's more normal white. There you go. Probably could put a nice slope there. 2 by 6 would be perfect. I don't know if that would work. That's a little too curvy. 2 by 6, 2 by 6. Nope. Got a 1 by 6. Yeah, we'll do that. And a 1 by 4. That actually looks better than what 2 by 6 would look. So, great. All right. Let's do that. And this. And we need 1, 2, just 2 1 by 1 tiles right here. Can you guys still see what I'm building? Yes, you can. There you go. Monster, why do you unlike redcoats so much? Just a curious question. Yeah, the redcoats have a bad rap, you know. They were the bad guys in the Revolutionary War. Well, it depends on which side of the pond you're on, but yeah. Alphonse says, Alphonse Soup Person is here. Cheese slope is 30. Perfect, yes, 30-degree slope. It's different from the 45 degree of the regular Lego slope. Let's see if I can give you an example. I guess it's a little less steep. Yeah. So there is an up close. It may or may not be in focus for us here. Yeah. It's, I think, a little less steep than the regular Lego slope, which is useful sometimes. So. Are we allowed to say COL? Anyone in the chat could say basically whatever they want within reason, but I am trying not to say the word COOL because we're keeping count. As you can see, we got the three unfortunate uses of the word COL already. You need to be up to Brickworld Master Z service and build a PC into your ice planet. Yeah, I saw that. He has the water cooled, or yeah, I think it was the water cooled ice planet PC case MOC. I said COLED. Does that count? I think it's different. I think it's different. I'm not going to count that as a combo word. Yeah, we're not going to count that one. But yeah, I saw pictures of that, and that was such a great mock. I'm not going to do something that involved. I'm just going to have an Ice Planet mock on its own, but I really appreciate that Ben was able to make such a great combination of things there. So I'm hoping he'll post some good pictures on his social media soon so I can see it in a little bit better detail, because thankfully my friends were able to send me some pictures, but that's only so good on a phone versus even a phone paying a little bit more attention. Let me see if I got a brick separator or something to separate this tile out of there. Nope. Anything. So I had a brick separator, but now I don't. And I just flashbanged everybody. Apologies. Dagnabbit. When's a nice... Oh, that might work. There's a sprue. That worked. Hey, so if you have a Harry Potter wand sprue that you happen to save just on a whim, that works great for separating, removing a tile from inside a brick that's not going down in your mock. Years later. Who would have thunk? Surprise. Get a 1x1 brick right there. Put right there. I think we can get away with one not being there if we put like a plate there instead. Let's try that. Now we just need some round tiles to put on this edge, otherwise it'll look a little bit angular. We'll see. Well, let me scroll down a little bit on the chat here. Cheese slopes look like 30 degrees. Yep. Somebody, I think it was Alphonse, was able to clarify that earlier. I don't know. Maybe that's a half stud penalty. Yeah, all right, fine. We'll just round it up to 4. Might as well. I'm more of a Sith fan, like the Old Republic days. Grumpy J, Old Republic is awesome. I've been playing a little bit of Star Wars: The Old Republic game, which anyone can play because it's free, and it's fun. It's a cool. It's a fun take on Star Wars. Dagnabbit. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's great. Unfortunately, it made me say the word COL one more time, which is a real bummer, but golly day. Gosh darn it. That was just me. Nobody made me say that. I just happen to say that too often. I think that's my default word when I get a little bit tired. That's why I inadvertently say it so often, but yeah, no excuses for that one. That was all me. All right. Let's put... Would that work? No. Close. Not quite. Not quite what I'm looking for. You gotta get just the right fit on some of these tiles, otherwise it does not look right. Yeah. Let's put that there. That looks good. And put that there. Maybe put a 2x2 tile there. Yeah. And one more 1x2 tile right here. Looks good. We can... cheese slope might end up being our solution to this little spot here. Let's do a couple 2x2 tiles instead. We still need to go one brick further back too, because that's the distance needs to go back. That'll work. Yeah, we got some rounded tiles for this front edge here, and that will work pretty well. Let's do this. And we can probably get away with a cheese slope over here. Yeah, that'll work. Let's get that 2x2 plate would be perfect. Do we have any? not quite. A plate, not a tile. Let me look for one real quick. We got a 2x4 plate. 2x3 plate. Not a 2x4. There's a 2x4. Sometimes you just need to dump some pieces on the table. That'll solve the problem. That'll do it. There we go. Just kind of smoothing this out a little bit. That would work. Nice. And just a little bit more. There's a specific size slope that I'm looking for now. That's not it, but it would almost work. I'll keep looking. Ben became Brickworld Master this year. I saw that, Rob. Yeah, Ben's a great builder, so I'm glad that he got that. The sprue trick is great. It's like magic. Yeah, that ended up working for me, so I didn't have to get up and find a pocket knife or something to pull that out. So, war never changes. You're right, Grumpy J, sadly. Mark's got a potty mouth tonight. Unfortunately so. We have already dropped 5 transparent orange studs over here. It's pretty bad. You could say school, because technically that's a different word, but C-O-O-L-E-D is a different version of the same word, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It's summer, so time to make some K-O-O-L-aid. Would that count? I think it would, because they're just trying to be, like, say the word C-O-O-L, but be groovy, right? They're trying to make it different. Try dropping the C. Ool. Yeah, ool, I think, is fine, but it's kind of tiptoeing the line here. I don't want to be too risky with it, Ryan. Think about Star Wars is, it's like poetry, it rhymes. Yeah, sure, Malachi. Actually, I think Star Wars has got some good stuff going on. I've really enjoyed Andor, so. Okai says, it's C-O-O-L, Mark. We understand, yes. That's what happens when I get tired. I am not so careful about what words I use. I end up saying them on the stream. A little bit of water. No Gatorade tonight. I am pretty much out, so saving my last few for tomorrow. It's looking C-O-O-L so far, Mark. Yes, it is, Cross. Good try. Lucas just spelling it out for us in the comments. You guys are crazy. Get him to empty the cup. Yeah, that'd be quite the string of uses of that word. I think I'm a little better than that. I think the most we've ever done is like 8 or 9, which is pretty bad, but yeah. You need to get in tune with the Gen Z. Start using slaps, drip, bussin'. Yeah, I need to. Oh golly. I need to use modern slang. That would do it. Yeah, I don't think I could get away with that. I'm just a little too old school, I think. There we go. That's what I was trying to do, and that looks pretty good. We just have a few more small plate spaces to fill in there. We should be pretty good. Pretty good. We have 2 1x3 plates, essentially, is what we need there, which is actually kind of a weird size for my collection. There's a 1x2 plate. That'll help a little bit. Let me get this sucker down. Hold on 1 second. You guys see this? Not quite. Let's go just chatting for a second. Get this big bit of white bricks we're going to dig through for a second. Go back to just building. You can just see it off camera, and I don't want to adjust the camera. Need 2 1x3 plates, if possible. Or maybe we could do this. No, not really. This we made it worse. So yeah, we need 2 1x3s really, or a couple 1x1 plates to fill in the gap. Which would also technically work. Oh, that would do the trick. I figured out a solution. So we're gonna get this 1x1 round plate and put it on the inside there. And now we can fill it in with tiles. Let's put this back. There you go. And a 1x2 right there. And that right there. And a 1x2 brick right there. 1x6 tile. Nice. Where's the building? There it is. Oh, and that's kind of off kilter. Let's see if we can adjust that. There you go. So, the snow around the research center is coming together very nicely. Looking very snowy and slopey. You got a few footprints on that side. Yeah. It's looking like it should. Let's work on this side a little bit now, shall we? Let's see what we get. Put that there. Do we need any slopes on that side? We probably need a few just to deal with this piece coming out. Let's see. Just something simple, nothing too complex. This would work. Ooh, that one looks kind of yellow compared to the other ones. Yeah, that's too yellow for me. Shucks, I really wanted to use that 1x3, but it's just a little bit yellow. Don't want it to be a little bit yellow. That one yellow too. That one's a little bit yellow. You can't really see on the camera up there, but to me they're a little yellow. And if I've noticed them being yellow, they're yellow. I'm normally not too particular or picky about that, but yellow snow wouldn't make sense for me. Yeah. Let's see. I need a 1x2 page. That'll work instead. There we go. And now we can put down this one. And I think I'm just gonna pretty much tile it off over here, because this is probably gonna be on the back of the MOC, if I'm not mistaken. So. At this point, it's Colonel Mark. We can call it that. Ryan says, was hot here. Drank 4 of the blue Gatorades today. Yep, that will do it. It's summer. Skibbity Rizzler. Oh no, Teaver, no. Use modern slang proceeds to already outdated slang. Yeah, Lucas, I don't even try. I should stay away from that. I should stay in my lane. I need to know my limits. I feel like I need to message Gatorade to get marked that sponsorship of Cool Blue Iceberg Gatorade is perfect for the stream. Yeah. Ah! I said cool! Yeah! I just was reading by default. Malika, you got me. Bamboozled me. That's number 6, right? Yeah. Oh, golly. This MOC slaps. Yo, good to see you, Clicking Cliff. Hope you're doing well. Bubble Brick says no suggestion. Having something like a 1x2 curb slope would go from the crystal platform to the ground would help make it feel slightly more integrated. That you are right, Bubble Bricks. I'll try and snap something on there just because. That'll help a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna do one over here. Do I have another 1x2? No. Oh, yep, there you go. There we go. Oh, man, flashbang. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I think you're right there, Bubble Bricks. We'll do that. Just a few small ones, but it's something. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to tile off this side over here. Not overthink it. There's a 1x2 there. Use some of these bigger ones, like a 1x8. And we could probably put a little one right over here if we want to. Or we could get fancy and do one of these. Is there enough room? Yeah. And then you could even do like that. I don't like the way it's kind of different angles, different slopes, because these are going this way, these are going this way. It would only make sense to keep going that way. Nah, not feeling that either. I think I'm just gonna tile it and not go too crazy. Mm-hmm. That. And a 1x3 would be great, but I don't know if I have any of those lying around. Or we could just do this. Yeah. Perfect. Couple more tiles. Yeah, this is a pretty plain building. Nothing too fancy going on here, but it's all very essential. And it'll add up to a great creation at the end. A lot of tiles going down in a big snowy surface. There we go. 1, 2 more. Ouch. One by one tiles will do the trick. There's 1. There we go. Ouch. That hurts. All right. One by one tiles. Probably need to get the bin down. One by one tiles. Coming up. Here's one, and it looks pretty good. Doink! There you go. Almost flashbanging you guys again. Sorry about that. Alright. We just got a 1x4 space right there we need to cover, which I think we can do with this. I'll leave it. I'm too lazy to change it. Oh, would one of these look better there? Let's try this on. I had a brick separator. I promise I did. Did it? No. I guess I'm gonna go grab a brick separator real quick. I'll be right back, because I don't think our magic sprue trick will work on that slope that's put onto that very secure plate. Alright. I'm back. Let's try and remove that safely. Or not. Okay, I have a trick. There you go. See how that looks instead. I don't know what to do there. I'm not feeling any of these solutions. Let's see. Kind of like that. Just had let's do 1x1, 1x2 tile there. That'll work. That's better. Yeah, it's I don't know why that spot was bugging me so much, but I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Just a really small, simple, little bit of texture there. Just kind of weave it together just so. Now that we got this piece done, we can actually say goodbye to the research lab for a little bit. There we go. Eventually, I'll have to track down a few more jumper 2x2 tiles so that this building can snap down and separate nicely. It'll just kind of sit in there for now. We'll move this aside, because the other goal that we had to build today was to cover this and maybe a few more of this nature in tiles. So to keep it pretty simple. We got a bunch more over here. There you go. And part of the work is already done for us. That front edge is... Can we get the focus better? There you go. Let's try again. Hold on. It's just blurry. Sorry about that. There you go. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, the main work is already done on this front edge here. So we just need to fill in the rest of it. Do we have, yeah, that would look better there. This should be relatively easy. So let me catch up on comments really quick here. Got him. Mark, did you ever enjoy KOOL-aid growing up? Not really. That wasn't really my thing. I was a Gatorade guy. So. Ryan says, focus those Jedis having their fun. Exactly. Agent Bricks. Good to see you, Agent Bricks. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I personally like that a lot better. It looks super clean so far. Oh, thanks, Bo Bricks. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for the building tips. You got some really key help for sure. That crystal looks way better integrated than it could have been because of your recommendations. Thank you. Malachi says, I figured hiding the COOL in the Gatorade would get you. I do think a sponsorship is in order. I'll have to send them an email. I doubt that they would. I'm still pretty small potatoes. I don't think that they would even bother. But maybe one day. That's the new goal, is to get a Gatorade sponsorship. Tim says, hard to get those neon orange window panels now. Look sharp, Mark. Thank you. Yes, we got a couple of those very nice pieces on the corner there. I have kind of a weird number of them though, so that's where I stuck them. That's where they ended up. So. Figured height. Oh yeah, I got that one. Bubblebrick says, I've sometimes used a single white minifigure leg and a slope for snow. A little fun part usage. Oh, that would be good. I will save that in mind for next time, because that rounded kind of the hip knee part would work perfect for some snow. Okai says, yes, Lauren, Brick Sculpts did a video on that too. Hopefully Lego fixes that issue soon. Okai knows his channels. I need to talk to Okai about some other YouTube channels I need to follow. Jennifer Knight, good to see you, Jennifer Knight. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Cross Airborne Custom says, in Yoda voice, oh, there's several COOL words. We're not even going to read that comment across. There's too many traps in there for me. So, Lorem says, thanks, y'all. I was like, dang, I got a dysfunctional one. So, they're all slightly off then. I mean, they might be. Camera has ADHD. It has a hard time focusing. Yeah, that's, it's better than the flashbang we were encountering earlier, Jennifer Knight, but this is still a little annoying, so apologies. So, Klein Bricks is here. What is COO stream to get dropped in out of the blue? Yep. Hey, well, thank you for stopping by, Klein Bricks. Good try. We've only used 6-ish so far. I think I might have missed one or two, but we're doing our best. My daughter once came home from school and said, someone swore, and asked her what they said, and it's the really bad one, the C word. I tried to keep it together when she said, crap. Yeah. It's a bad word for kids. You don't want kids to be saying that all the time. So, but yeah, I don't think that would even get censored on most channels these days. So, all right, let's put a few more tiles down, shall we? Nothing too crazy. Oh, so I like what I've done here, where I've got the angled slope right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that little angled slope is actually going to just cause issues here, and I have to separate it off. So. Yeah, bump wump. There you go. Because we can put tiles down instead. And that'll work better for what we're doing now. And this could go somewhere too. Maybe. We'll play around with it. I'm starting to get picky about how I'm putting these pieces down now, which is a good thing, I think, overall. Let's look at some of these bad boys. Here we go. Go with those. Good. Nice. Let's do one of these. And one of those. And a 1x4 would do the trick nicely. Perfect. 1x2. This is going to be fast if we just simplify things like that. So we have just added a number of tiles to really fill out that little gap right there, not have it so steady. And that should make a very nice attachment point for once the focus comes back any day now. My camera must be, there you go. My camera must be tiring out. There you go. And you got a little bit of a line because there's a base plate under here, but there's no base plate under here. So what we might want to do eventually is have it be a connecting point between these two areas. Like right here would actually be a good one. There you go. This might be something I have to do at the convention too, because this is all modular and it's assembled differently each time, but there you go. And that makes it super smooth, so we'll do that. And that way you would have to separate that tile out again. In fact, I might have just locked myself in. Let's see here. Is this, can my sprue work again? Because normally I would use my fingernail, but I trimmed my nails today, so they're basically useless. There you go. Well, you know what? We're just going to leave it, and I'll get back to it later. Oh, dear. All right. Let me put this one here. Well, it looks great once it's locked in. We'll leave that for now. I proved my point. It's modular and strong, so. Got to go. Visitors, take care, Tim. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I've been buying multiple Creator 3-in-1 sets for the colors lately and the new pieces. That's nice, Ryan. Yeah, those are great for pieces for collecting and building. Bubble Brick says, I'll have a new build posted in like a week and we'll send some pics for the mock review series. Well, it's getting late here. Good night, everyone. Take care, Bubble Bricks. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, please submit an email if you got a mock that you'd like to share. Definitely would be fun to feature it on the next mock review video. So, I was expecting way worse. yeah, there's worse words that start with C for sure. So, Jennifer Knight said, I had a very hard time in high school, very bad ADHD. I relate to your camera. Yep, that's the problem. Yep. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to focus. We get it. So, just glue it, Mark. Yep. Well, it's basically glued now. I don't know if you noticed. This isn't coming off anytime soon. I got him to say it. He said it. Did I say it? I don't even remember saying it. I'll take your word for it, Jennifer. You got me. Good grief. That's 7. Here, I'll put it down here to make it more extra. I think I must have said it. Good grief. I don't even remember saying it. I'm getting tired. What time is it? It's only 8:30. Andrew said, Ryan, I saw the Panda 3-in-1 half price and thought it might be a good parts pack. Yes. Those sculpted animal sets are fantastic. So. We know another Lego YouTuber called Brick Science. Ooh, I should probably look up Brick Science. That sounds like a good one. The August Castle 3-in-1 is looking COL. Nice job, Lucas. Tried. Good try. The Horse Knights and the Snake Knights are awesome. Yes, I'm excited about the Creator 3-in-1 castle. Hi, COL. No H in COL. Oh, you just intentionally left out the H. Yeah, then I did say it. That counts, Jennifer. You're right. Gosh dang it. Man, you guys aren't helping here, you know. You could be helping me try not to say it. Oh, well. Where was I? You got me all bamboozled over here. Let's put a few more tiles down. One there. And we could probably just stick to those. Is that going to go there? I don't know why this piece isn't working for me these days, but I don't like it there. So we're going to not do that. We'll do that instead. There you go. Oh, yes. Got it. Gotta be careful with using tiles that would make it more difficult than better. So let's put one right there. Gonna need some more 1x1 tiles here in a second. I'll have to look for them. Thankfully, got plenty of 1x2 tiles available. Those will work. Jennifer Knight with the crazy switcheroo. That is super tricky. Well done, you guys. Good grief. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dear. Well, I think I know it would work well there. I don't know if I have the right pieces for it. Hold on. That'll work. Let's do that. And then this. And then some of these. A double cheese slope. Yes. There we go. And one of those. And one of those. And a 1x1 would go great there. Or just leave it. I might just leave it. A few more slopes over here. If we could get 2 of these little landscape chunks done, I'd be thrilled. I think we're just about there. There we go. Let's do, can that come off? No, that cannot come off. Let's get a few more 1x2 tiles. There might be some in here. That'll work. Yeah. That's looking pretty good. I think we need a few more 1x1 tiles just so I can kind of keep with my track record of not having 1x2 spaces of studs exposed. Just have a 1x1 tile that fit in some of those gaps. And one right there too. And maybe one over here. But otherwise, it's looking good. Aside from all those orange studs. What are all those orange studs doing there? Oh dear. Let's leave this within view, shall we? Yeah. There we go. So let me track down a few more 1x1 tiles. I think they're going to be in here. If they're going to be anywhere, they're going to be in here. Apologize for the noise. I'm finding useful pieces, but not the ones I'm looking for. There's another one. See, there's a 1x1, but it's a little rounded, like a little, yeah. I just want a 1x1 tile. That's all I need. There's a plate. Here's a quarter round. Another one of those. 2 1x60s. Oh, there's one. Yes. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. We keep looking. There's another one. 2. Oh, it's got a print. You see that? You won't be able to see this. Got a little Star Wars print on there. How annoying. Ugh. This is the downside of color sorting. Because color sorting is great for landscape building until you definitely need 4 or 5 of a small, obscure piece. I know I have more 1x1 tiles in here somewhere. They're just not making themselves known. Other weird pieces are, though. Here's another one. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, I think I can almost make do with that. So, there you go. And let's do a cheese slip over here. And a what? No, no, no. Let's do that. Oh, no. Let's do this. Perfect. That'll work. Close enough. Let's leave all those orange studs in view. There you go. Now we get to pick another one to start working on. How much time do we have left? 8:39. We still got some time if we go to 9:15. 2 hours. So let's see what we got for comments here. Bought 2 exotic parrots to make a penguin rubber duck boat. That sounds pretty cool, Ryan. A penguin, like the Batman villain penguin. That'd be pretty fun. Lucas says, why your suffering is entertainment. We are getting you views. You should be thankful for us for this gift of your struggle. Sorry, villain arc moment. Exactly. Yeah, this is the beginning of my villain arc, is when I say the word COOL too many times. Darkside Brickzerkers, good to see you guys. I'm a little late. Sorry, I was at the gym. Hey, I mean, I get it. You gotta get that grind set going. But glad I made it, LOL. I hope you're doing well, man. Doing pretty good, Darkside Brickzerkers. I am a little fatigued this evening. It's been a busy week and a busy day, but I'm still here building. We gotta get some good progress on Ice Planet, of course, and we already tiled off all the space around the research lab and this chunk of landscape. We've already finished the second chunk of landscape over here, so quite a bit of progress done tonight. But thank you for checking in, Darkside Brickzerkers. Appreciate you. That was my contribution to the stream before I have to go in like 5 minutes. Oh, sorry, Jennifer. Well, glad you could stop by. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Andrew says, Ryan, if we're talking about the Panda, it's on Amazon UK for that at the moment. So that Panda set is on sale in Amazon in the UK. So good to know. I don't know if it's the same for the US. I'd have to stop and check, but it sounds pretty good. Hey, the noise is COOL with me, man. You guys are trying so hard now. Everyone's trying to get me to drop some orange studs. I'm trying my best. This is a struggle. Just concentrating and talking and... Oh, good grief. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Mark, why does Creator 3-in-1 have Unicorn Castle with special molds for unicorns? I thought animals had to be brick built. That's a fantastic point, Malachi. I didn't think about that. I like that set. I think it's very colorful and nice, but yeah, that makes no sense at all. It's very weird. Maybe for Pokemon sets for later? You never know. Angle Grinder, the print, yeah, super annoying. I could just scrape it off, you're right. So wipe it with some brass polish. Exactly, that's what people do. I think there should be more. I have more 1x1 tiles. It's a relatively... I say it's an obscure piece, but it's common enough in my collection. I should be able to find more of them. BLCL is here. A little Star Wars thing crashed on this planet at some point. That's what we can call it. BLCL for sure. The ice is very COOL with ya, man. Oh, yeah, for sure. Cross. Good try. That's emblems all that's left. Yeah. It was a brutal crash. And the Yetis took care of everything else. I said it. I must have said it. Did I say it again? Did I say it again? Okay. Good grief. Mark, if you could get rid of the Star Wars Lego theme, what would you replace it with? The Lego space theme, obviously. But I think Lego Star Wars is good. I think that people enjoy it. I think people buy it. It sells a lot. So, yeah, it's... I don't think it's going away anytime soon. But I prefer Lego space. Like, if they could bring back Ice Planet, Classic Space... Spyrius, Explorians, M-Tron, Blacktron, all those amazing themes, and get rid of Star Wars, I'd be so thrilled, but I'm sure a lot more people would be less thrilled about the loss of Star Wars, so unfortunately, it's how it has to be. I just realized the big crystal is a giant minifigure crystal piece. It's like that, yeah, it's kind of got that vibe. It's a little bit better from this angle. But yeah, you got the actual Rock Raiders crystal piece in there, and then it's kind of like just a giant one. So that's definitely the vibe we're going for, Jennifer. Thank you. Cross says, no, at least I tried. You did try. You didn't succeed this time. Darkside Brickzerker says, it's looking great, man. Haven't built at all this week. I started my journey through Arrakis in the new Dune Awakening game this past Sunday, and already am 30 hours deep. Oh my goodness. Darkside Brickzerkers. That game looks pretty... I almost said COL. The game looks pretty awesome. But I need to just wishlist it on Steam and wait for a sale. But yeah, enjoy the game. Jennifer Knight says, anyway, got to go to see ya. Have a COL day. Good grief. You guys are the worst. Incorrigible. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, Jennifer. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your evening. Alphonse Suit Person says, just need a classic theme line: Pirates, Castle, Blackdrawn, Space, Ice Planet. Yeah, if they got rid of Star Wars, they would have all the production to be able to do all those themes. You're right, Alphonse. Some of us would be happy. Star Wars shall never be replaced. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Star Wars is going anywhere, and I think more people would be happy if it was still around. So, but I personally, I like Ice Planet a little better than Hoth. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. A lot of people enjoy it, and that's okay with me. Everyone celebrates the hobby in their own way, as my wise friend Lewis once said. All right, do we? Let's see. I want to have. No, because I would need. Let me think about this. I could do a cheese slope there, or a 1x1 plate. Let's do a cheese slope. That way I could have a rounded section for here. Yeah. Let's do that. Ooh, would that work? No. No. We're not going to do that. I've made up my mind. We're not going to do that. Tempting. Tempting with those double curve slopes. Maybe not this time. A few more tiles to go down. This is a pretty flat chunk here, so this should be relatively easy. We'll see. Hopefully it remains as such. There we go. Clean that off just a little bit. Do I put that there? I might. Actually, that might go better right there. That looks terrible. We're not going to do that. Get these and these and these and these and these. There. Adding some tiles at this point. Pretty simple stuff. We don't have that much longer in the stream, but we'll see if we can make it to 9:15 tonight. It's a pretty COL game, and I find your lack of faith in LEGO Star Wars disturbing. Hey, I'm just not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm a very casual Star Wars fan. I'm very bandwagon-y when it comes to that theme. So I'm just waiting for the next good show or good movie from Star Wars. And I feel like Star Wars could be in a better place right now if they made some different creative decisions. So let's see what we've got here. Let's do that. I like that. Excellent. Well, that fits there. Need a 1x1 tile right there. I think we can fill out some of these over here. That. So we need several 1x1 tiles. One there, one there, one there. Let's try to fill this out a little bit better so we don't have any 1x1 tiles we need there. Nope. 2x3 tile, not gonna help us. Not gonna help us. Too big. Almost right. A very specific size tile. That works there, and that works there. And we need like a 1x3 or something there. One by 3, 1x2, or 1x. Nope. Another 1x3. Crazy. There we go. So we need 2 1x1 tiles. Right there. Right there. No, excuse me, 3. Another one right there. If we're sticking to our policy of not having more than 1x1 stud exposed, then we need 3 total tiles. Let's look in the other bin that I pulled out. Not this one. I was not having very good luck with this bin. Let's try this bin over here. Already some good tiles. Here's a 1x1. Nice. Let's get a 1x2. Got several quarter round. There's a yellowed one. There's another one. That'll work right there. And this will work on this corner. And that'll work on that corner. There we go. Sweet. Perfect. Let's see if we put that one there. Awesome. Yeah. Here we go. Another chunk completed. This time I'll know better than to lock it in super securely and make it difficult to separate, but we will put it there as an example. See what that looks like with just all tiled off. Eventually it'll be a little more snug so you don't have that little tiny visible line. Honestly, a sheet of paper underneath here would probably do the trick. It's just because there's no base plate under there to support it. I probably could fit a small base plate under there though. Just about. I think it needs to be a little wider right here though. So, yeah, we'll make it work. Alright. Push that out of the way for now. Do we have time for one more? We have 15, 8. Yeah, we got some time. We could do one more. Good enough people watching. Plenty of people watching the stream. Thank you, everyone. Let's see. Let's grab another small one here. This one's got more studs exposed, so it should be a little bit more stuff going down. We'll have to work on this one a little bit. Read some comments. I don't always buy Star Wars Lego, but when I do, it's Castle. There are some Castle-like sets in Star Wars, although I don't think we've seen too many recently. Andrew says, so yeah, I guess, but we can't do Lego proper now. I mean, it depends. It depends. So. Oh yeah, I had some. Laura, are you still watching? I had some questions about your builds. Laura Ipsum has been posting some very interesting classic space-themed creations on their Instagram. And there is a green Spire Asteroid figure that they have. I don't know if it's Photoshop that's causing the colors to change like that, or if it's actually that but printed. But let me know, because I would want to get one if you made them or bought them somewhere. But yeah. Bye, Mark. Have a good weekend. Take care, Malachi. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Morgan says, Lorem, Vader's castle? That is a castle. And Okai also mentioned, yeah, like Vader's or Maz Kanata's castle. Yeah, there's several castles. Stone fortifications for sure. That Harry Potter potions class is a great castle parts pack. If reduced price, yeah, if it's on sale, any Harry Potter set is great for castle themed pieces for sure. Ryan says, waiting for the Haunted Mansion to come out with that green for an Ace chemical mock. Ooh, yeah. A sand green. I believe it's sand green. Is it sand or olive? I think it's sand. Oh, Star Wars definitely has its ups and downs, but my question is, have you seen the Clone Wars series? Oh, yeah. Both. Yeah, there's the original 2D animated, like, mini-series ones, which are fantastic. And then there's the long-running 3D animated one, which is also really good. So I've seen all of it. Very good. I haven't seen Rebels, if anyone is curious, because that I just haven't gotten into. The animation style is like a downgrade from Clone Wars, so one day I'll get into it. I have Disney Plus. I have no excuses, so. Hayden Thomas just popping in to say hi. Thanks for stopping in, Hayden. Appreciate you. Love the Ice Planet Explorer and Crystal emojis. Very suitable. Oh, Brown Major Kardowski. I have several colors. Whole minifigs. Yeah, where'd you get them, Lorem? I want them. I want to buy them. I will buy a few. I would get the green one was really nice. So, and I definitely don't love the Empire, but I gotta say, dark side is the way to go. Yes, the Sith are pretty interesting. I would be leaning towards the dark side for sure. Grace Ellen is here. Good to see you, Grace. Thanks for tuning in. UFObrix is here. Sorry I'm so late. No worries, UFObrix. You are here. You made it. Drop a like. It's all good. We're gonna try and finish this last chunk in the last few minutes that we have. We got about 20 minutes left. So, hot take: 2D animated Clone Wars is better than the 3D in most cases. Yeah, they have the rule of cool, and they're. I did it. They have the really awesome special. They're able to capture a lot in 2D that they aren't in 3D somehow. So I agree. The miniseries is awesome. You have Mace Windu punching 300 super battle droids with his bare hands and just winning. It's amazing. So, and I can't believe I said another COOL word. Ugh. Try not to say that word, just for kicks and giggles. Darkside Berserker says you need to watch Rebels and Bad Batch. I've seen most of Bad Batch. You need to watch the later seasons of it, but yes. I agree the animation was a major downgrade for Rebels. Yeah, I think the story was probably fine, but the animation was bothering me, so. That was a while ago, though, so I should probably just get back into it. So. You can do it, Mark. Got him! Yep, Lucas got me. He wasn't even trying with his comment. I just happened to do it. Oh, I'm so bad. Flustered now. Alright. Back to work. Let's tile off some of these surfaces, shall we? Let's do this. 1x4 right there. That'll work. These 1x6s and such work pretty well. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Don't know if I want to use this yet. We'll see. Don't know how I feel about it. Couple pieces put down. Probably need to scrounge up a few more. I think we're just a little low on 1x2 slopes. We've got plenty of 2x2s and 2x4s. There you go. Ooh, that's not good. We'll take that one out right away. 1x1 tile in the middle of nowhere? Nope. Yeah. Maybe in this one too. Let's move this. Rearranging some of these tiles in here because I don't like how they were arranged. This is better now. Let's do that. We need a 1x1 there. Could almost do something else here. Is it? Yeah, it is a curve slope. We'll leave that there, I suppose. This could be that. And would that work there? Kind of. Yeah, sure. 1x4. Another 1x4 would be nice. I don't know if I have. There we go. Awesome. Maybe not awesome. Close enough. Let's get one 1x2, one 1x2. Something there. Do we have any more of that? Nope. Yeah, let me look through the bin just a little bit more to find a few more tile pieces that's a little bit yellowed. We'll let it slide. All right. I gotta be at work at 5 a.m. and I'm taking a shot every time you do say that, but thanks. Oh my goodness. My chat goal has been achieved for today. It has, Lucas. You've gotten me multiple times now. The only thing I think better than the Grievous from the miniseries is the 3D and is 1K better to me story-wise than his ability to expand the knowledge of the war and the clones. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of to be gained from the TV shows because the movies did what they could, but there's a lot of story that George Lucas and others had to fill in to make it as epic as it could be. So I think that it's if you are claim to be a Star Wars fan, you should definitely watch Clone Wars, especially. Rebels is probably good too. Yeah. For sure. Here we go. Got a couple of these. They might be useful. Here's another quarter. Oh, there's one. Hey, come on, come here. Oh. I found one, then I lost it. Now I found it. There we go. There we go. Put that one there. And a 2x2 tile would work there, honestly. Let's see what can be done. There we go. Yeah. 1x2 or 1x3. There we go. And we'll put that one there. Still need one more 1x2 or the equivalent. Yeah, we definitely do have a lot of white pieces in the bulk bins. Just need to scrounge them out. Just need to go to the extra mile to pull them all where they can be used. Because otherwise they're just going to be buried. Not helping anybody. Put a cheese loaf right there. And a 1x2 would probably be best there. 1x2, 1x2 tile. Let's do that. Right there? Sure. And there's a 1x2 tile. Yay! I think that's gonna do it. That looks pretty good. Awesome. Yeah. So that's up to our standards of snow excellence there. Very smooth, got a nice texture, variety. I think I could probably change this out for something if I was feeling up to it. Let's do that. Here we go. Just a little less pointy at the very front. Sweet. So, how many do we do? 1, 2, 3, plus the main base. Yeah, we did a lot of tiling off in the past few minutes for sure. It is 9:02. Can I do one more? I'm debating doing one more. We'll see. The Rebel story gets really good after the first few episodes, so I recommend finishing it. But yeah, the CE miniseries is the GOAT. Yeah, that's OCW. Yeah, the 2D animated Clone Wars is I love that one. That's great. I need to rewatch it because there's a couple batches of episodes. They're not very long. It's all action. There's almost very little dialogue. I'm neither a Jedi nor Sith. I'm the one in the middle. Oh, a gray Jedi. Interesting. Lego Key is here. Good to see a Lego Key. Thanks for stopping by. Okay says, I feel people often forget how many bad episodes of the Clone War had. So many Jar Jar episodes, droid episodes, the one over-explaining the Force. There's a couple dud episodes for sure. I'd say overall it's great, but yeah, there's a few episodes that, yeah, I could see myself skipping, and even on the rewatch. So do it! How much time we got? We got 10 minutes? Yeah, I could probably do one more in 10 minutes. Or at least put a few more tiles down in 10 minutes. I know I can do that. So, we'll do that. Century says, thank you for the birthday wishes earlier, Mark, and everyone working hard to get this thing photographed, and it's challenging. We'll submit it to your review series. I'm getting tired. You can tell I'm starting to slur my speech. Yes, thank you, Century. Anytime you get those photos done, I'd be happy to see them eventually. The review series is going great. We've gotten a ton of amazing emails. It'll be a couple weeks before you see your MOC turn up at this point, because I think I've got 40-ish emails to get through, and I'm trying to cover pretty much everybody as long as the MOC fits all the criteria, and so far I don't think anyone sent me anything that doesn't qualify, so yeah, it'll be a minute, but thank you all for participating. Let's do one more chunk, shall we? We don't have any more small ones left. We've really gotten some progress done on those small chunks. We got this mega chunk here. The difference between these smaller ones and this one is it's literally twice the length, and it has 2 connector points, so it covers 2 squares worth of space in one arc. It's very useful. I have a couple of these for the ice planet scene, and they're long. They're 2 green base plates long. It's like a sword. And we can try to fill some tiles here. Might as well. Let's put that down. Can put some 2x2s and 2x4s down. That'll be hopefully quicker. Some tiles have already been put down on this, but not a ton. There you go. A couple of these, a couple of those, a couple of that. There you go. Let's put this one somewhere. Maybe right there. Come on, there we go. See, these are useful, and they're just kind of floating around here. Oh, I'm high off the camera. These are pretty useful. They're just kind of floating around on the scene. I'm gonna put those somewhere probably higher priority versus just on a random landscape chunk. There we go. Got some tiles put down. It's going quickly. It'd be a shock if we could get this done in the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes before the stream is done. But we'll putter away at it. We don't have enough time to track down all the 1x1 tiles we would need to finish this, but we'll keep working at it. Let's put down a few of these. I don't want to use these because they got the 2 studs on the end. Might need those for later for something too, so don't want to go too crazy. That's not helpful. Having a 2x2 plate with a wedge going the wrong way. Let's take that out. I'm going to replace it with a regular one, and it'll be much better. There we go. Let's put going back. Is that one yellowed? No, it's passable. We'll leave it for now. Got a bunch of longer tiles here too. We may or may not have uses for these. I think we do. Yeah. And we've sized ourselves out again. There we go. Doink. Doink, doink. Man, yeah, we pretty much tiled it off. Just a few gaps here and there we can try and fill specifically. Good job, everybody. For trying to make me say cool all evening. Alright, here we go. Here we go. For reals. Let's see. A 1x6 would be perfect right here. A 1x2. 1x3. 1x3. Yeah. Got a slopey bit here. Can probably put right there. That looks alright. I'll leave that. Still need some 1x1s, 1x2s, which we probably... Oh, there's a 1x1. There you go. Surprise, surprise. There you go. So, did pretty good. I think we can probably reduce the gaps a little bit over here. Wow. Yeah, we just about tiled this one off. Still have 5 minutes left in the stream. So we'll keep puttering until we're out of time. Since we made it this far, we may as well continue a little bit further. That one looks non-Lego. Hold on. In my haste to put down tiles, I think I put down a non-Lego tile, yeah. Yep. Old Mega Blocks. Got a bright sheen to it that doesn't look natural. It's unnatural. There you go. Yeah, a few more 1x1 tiles, 1x2 tiles, even some smaller slopes would be useful. There's a 1x2 tile and a cheese slope, so that'll help for some scenes. There you go. Yeah, let's look around a little bit, see what we can track down in the bin for the next 3 or 4 minutes. So, You're doing a great job for the community highlighting those MOCs. Well done, and everyone sending the MOCs. Well, thank you, Andrew. Yes, it's been a lot of fun. I'm so glad everyone is excited to share their creations on videos that I make. So works fantastic. So, people get a little exposure. I get something to talk about for a video. Works out well. He does use the hexagon tile a lot. Yeah, the pentagon, hexagon tile. I've got a few of them lying around here, I thought. Maybe I used them already. Yeah, I've put down a couple. There's one there. There's one there. Yeah, at least 2 or 3 already in this stream so far today. So, unfortunately. Wait, it's all Nexonites? Always has been. I could just see the meme, Lucas. That'd be awful. Ernest Drake says, the build looks impressive in terms of detailing of the textures. My felicitations. Absolutely, Ernest. Thank you. Yeah, the textures are coming together pretty well. So, Lorem Ipsum says, you ever think I could have saved some white by bulking up with some random colors? Probably not, because it looks like you have unlimited white. I got a pretty good amount of white pieces, Lorem Ipsum, for sure. Tiles, plates, slopes, bricks. So that's one of the more numerous colors that we have to work with. So, but that being said, Ice Planet is pretty big as far as scenes that I make. So it'll be a stretch even for me. Mark stole all the unreleased Nexonite sets. That's why it got discontinued. Yeah, that was it. The greatest heist of the century. We've uncovered his secret. Lock your doors before he sends Lan after you. I have nothing to do with Lan. Lan and me don't get along. I've never heard from Lan, and that's okay. I don't think I would even say yes if they asked me to. Andrew says, great stream as always. The temp has dropped and it's time for sleep. Hey, sounds great, Andrew. Once it cools off... Once it's a little bit less hot out, you can finally get some rest. Very good, Andrew. Well, thank you for stopping by, my friend. Appreciate it. I already have my sword, been sitting next to it all stream, lol. I have no Nexus set built, maybe a few parts and figures, that's all. I have a number of Nexus sets, unfortunately, actually. When are you doing it? Helldivers again. Ryan, we should probably be at it again next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So keep an eye out for that next Friday or Saturday. Depends on which day I'm more available. Ollie just says, is it okay to submit digital images for your mock videos or something I haven't built for real yet? Digital images are fine, Oli. I will be saying as a caveat, yep, this is a digital build, but it's still here. It's still creative. I prefer regular old Lego builds, but I'll allow it. Just for you, Ollie. See you the next time, everyone. Great stream. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. How's Steven doing? He's doing pretty good. He has started a welding job about a month ago, a little over a month ago now. He's been enjoying that. It is a little hot out for welding, but he's doing good. He's using his skills. So, Darkside Brick Circus says only next night's parts I have are the towel pieces. I may have a few fake parts from bulk buys. Nothing I bought myself. Yeah, that was during the dark times before my return. Yeah, next night's was a dark time for sure. Darkside Brick Circus. It was the darkest of dark times when next night hit the market. But yeah, oh well. Shot number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So this could be in contention for the worst amount of COOL usage in any Ice Planet stream ever. Wow. Oh no, we must save them all. Now that the solstice has hit, the Earth will start tilting back the other way. Has it already hit, Mr. Just Break It? That'd be good. It could start getting a little less hot out. Getting a little more COOL out. Good grief. Little did we know that that was the last hurrah for TRNO. Probably. Alrighty. Well, on that terrible disappointment that we said this word COOL 9 times, it is time to call it a night. I'm pretty tired. I can feel my voice getting a little bit more tired, but we got a lot more progress done than I was expecting. We very much surpassed our build goal, and we found we still have plenty of pieces left for the future behind me, just to kind of tile off what we built and then be able to expand upon that later. So keep an eye out for all that. We'll be doing probably more Ice Planet livestream builds. Eventually, I want to have a full video on Ice Planet as a mock, and that should be pretty special when that video comes out. So keep an eye out for that. This weekend we should have not only a D&D episode dropping for the public on Saturday, but we should also have on Sunday, we should have a sorting stream. More sorting to do. There's plenty in the bin to take care of. And I think I should be free Sunday at 4 p.m., 4:15 p.m. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you everyone for watching. Please leave a like on your way out. It helps the video a lot. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Plenty more Lego themed videos coming up very soon. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.